When I was diagnosed with cancer, my world was turned upside down. Most people with that news would have experienced a similar thing. And I'm sharing my story today with the hopes of encouraging others to open up about their experiences. I feel like there are many people who go through traumatic experiences and just keep it close to the chest and just keep their eyes looking forward without looking back and actually seeing that there's parts of ourselves that are caught in those moments. And by going back and processing it, we can bring a lot of peace into our present and into the future. So I'm going to share my story. I was running up the soccer field one day. I was 13 years old, just like I had every other weekend of my childhood, when out of nowhere, a terrible pain struck my right hip. I couldn't keep running. I was limping. I was helped off the field. Little did I know that would be the last soccer match that I ever played. And the next day, we went to physio, who saw that the muscle in my leg on the right side was wasting. It was visibly smaller and malformed. So she sent me for an X-ray, and the X-ray came back as the texture of the bone wasn't quite right. On the one side it was rough, and the other side it was smooth. So they sent me for an MRI, and in the MRI, after the results came back, the radiologist brought my mum and I into the back room and pointed at the results of the scan and a tumor about the size of a tennis ball, ironically, because I became a wheelchair tennis player after that. But in that moment, I didn't know what a tumor was. Mum started crying, and so I was really scared, but also decided that I'm going to be strong for mum and for my family. We were sent to a orthopedic surgeon who sent us for a biopsy. And the biopsy, they gave me some drugs that made me really woozy and out of it and didn't feel very nice. They put in a 30 centimeter needle in through my hips and took a sample of the tumor. The results came back as a bone cancer called Ewing sarcoma. And then from there, I was sent to an oncologist who gave us the treatment protocol. And from there, I went through treatment, which I'll share about my treatment in a different video. But that whole process, it felt like it happened really quickly. I didn't feel at all prepared for what was about to happen. I imagine no one's really prepared for that kind of diagnosis, but it all happened really quickly. And I was really scared. And when I look back, I don't think that I had an opportunity to process the emotions that I was going through. And so it took a lot of time for me to be able to hold that space of going back into these memories and processing them. But once I did, I found there's a lot of benefit in talking about our experiences and going back and processing the emotions that were potentially trapped. Because those trapped emotions, they stay in our body, they stay in our cells, they stay in our mind, and it can really hold us back from living in a future that we desire. And so if you have been through something like this or something different, then I encourage you to speak to someone, friend or a professional, about your experiences and go back and process the trapped emotions, and because it'll help you feel more open in life and more peaceful and able to handle all the complexities and the wildness that is life. And so that's it for now. If you want to see more, then click subscribe, and I'd love to hear from you. If you comment or send me a message. All the best.